So it was good to see.
Has he kind of found a niche then? Is that hybrid guy that has he really embraced it?
Yeah, and when we had him playing a lot of different positions, to the casual observer, it looked like he was kind of doing the same thing the whole game, but the different packages that we were running, he was able to do things within each package, and, I think he gave the Jackson State fits.
At what point did y'all decide to put him in there instead of saying go with McKinney at middle?
Well, it just depended. Benardrick was the starter in base, but they didn't come out in a personnel grouping that would let us play base until like the third series. So even though he was listed as the starter, they didn't come out in 21 personnel until Series 3. So we just made sure we kind of even manipulated some of the personnel groups to get him in there because he was so geeked up to play. I didn't want him to sit on the sidelines for 3 or 4 series, ready to get that opportunity.
Plus, y'all had an idea they were just going to throw the ball a good bit.
Right. It was nice to have somebody with his length in there, because on Matt's pick, Orlando comes and causes the bad throw. So it was good to see those guys play.
So for y'all, it's going to be a mix and match every week, and what you expect the Auburns and the Troys and all those. So
and the big thing is last year we had probably 4 guys, 4 maybe 5 that we felt really comfortable with. Right now I think we're at 7 or 8 that we can just roll in the game and mix up personnel groupings, and we're excited to do that.
So from now on, we should just say for those 3 linebacker positions Joe has to list, just say TBA, TBA, Cam Lawrence.
Yep, absolutely.
Geoff, I'm late on the party, I know, but Matt Wells,
sure.
I know he lined up at D-end linebacker and safety for you on Saturday. How much easier does that make your rotations when he can just stay in the game and he's just at a different spot?
Well, he's just, we were so multiple. Deontay Skinner played 3 different positions, and I think that was noticeable. He was playing Sam linebacker, middle linebacker, and actually the rush drop defensive end, so he did a lot of things. So the more we can do personnel groupings, I think it poses problems for offensive coaches.
And the game plan, it would seem like for Auburn, I asked Tony this today, is that they can get Lutzenkirchen on Corey Broomfield. I mean, that becomes a basketball game.
Yeah,
that's 6'5" versus 5'9".
43 is a really good player. He's one of my favorite players in the SEC for the last couple of years. And
so the question is, how do you help Tony in his backfield?
Sure, it's just changing up the coverages, changing up the rotations, different things that we can do to stop him, because he is a big priority in their offense. They want to get the ball to him.
I could be wrong, I often am, but I feel like back in the spring, I thought I remembered at least a couple times seeing it. There a lot of experimentation on defense, but a few times you'd have as many as 4 linebackers out there. Maybe with a team like Auburn that's got a lot of those guys you mentioned, Lutzenkirchen and Caleb, is that something maybe you try and get as many on the field as you can?
Right, and we did that on Saturday, and we would change up the 4 that were in there, so there's different tweaks in each package. We'll have Orlando in for this part of it, Benardrick in for this part of it, so it's an interesting mix, and having so many different types of linebackers that can do well at so many different things, the freedom is there to do those things.
Matt Wells.